Hi everyone, it's Kat with Cat Haas Outdoors, and I'm here today with the Umarex Gauntlet in 22. This is an air rifle versus a traditional rifle. So I am here to show you not so much the rifle, but how to put the air pump together. It handles a 3000 PSI canister, so you can use a pressurized canister to fill your tank, but the pump just makes it so that you can control that pressure a little bit better, doesn't fill up as bad, and 3000 PSI is really all this can handle, otherwise you can risk injury or damaging the rifle. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to assemble the pump for this, and we'll get started. Alright, so we're going to get started. The first part of assembling your pump is to put on the feet. Now, I will say that all the parts that you need to assemble this come with the kit, except for an adjustable wrench to put on those hose fittings. So you've got 3 holes in the feet, and you're gonna actually line them up with the holes on the bottom of the pump. So we're gonna go ahead and line that up. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. And then there's gonna be 2 screws that go into the bottom of that. You're gonna screw right into the bottom here. And you're just gonna wanna screw those on. You can hand tighten them for now. That's a good start. But you will need to use the Allen key that comes with it to really tighten them down, because you don't want those feet coming loose while you're trying to use your pump. Alright, now the dry pack, this is the dry pack, is to help keep the air around your pump from having too much moisture in it. Get too much moisture in your pump, it can damage it. So this actually is a separate part. It's super easy to put together. This top part just comes off, and you fill it with the beads from the dry pack. You put this lid back on. You want to make sure that's nice and tight, and then it's just going to slide over top and settle right down here at the bottom like that. You want to make sure it's out of the way of your feet so that you don't have to worry about your feet hitting it. So I like to have mine back behind the bleed valve. This is the bleed valve here. So next is the handle. This is the handle. It comes all completely assembled. And that's just gonna screw right on there. Make sure that's nice and tight, because you don't want that coming off. And then the last thing is the hose. Now this is one of the most important parts of the pump, because without this you're not going to attach it to your rifle. And that is gonna screw on right down here. And it really just screws right on. It's pretty simple. The most important thing about the hose is to make sure it is connected properly. If it's not connected properly, it is not going to move the air the way it should, and it could actually cause an injury. That's part of why the bleed valve is so important, because any pressure that builds up in the pump, you can release that bleed valve and it'll come right out. Now, I've already put my fittings on. Before I did this video, I already had my bleed valves put on, or not my bleed valves, the fittings put on. But all you need is 2 adjustable wrenches, 1 on each side. You can tighten that down to your specifications to make sure that that's a good solid fit. And then that is it for how to assemble the pump. And then in a second, I'm going to show you how to attach it to the rifle so that you can start pumping up your rifle. Alright, so now that your pump is assembled, it's time to attach it to the rifle so you can get ready to hunt with it. So there's going to be a little black cap that you're going to pull off this valve right here. You're just going to pull that off, set it off to the side, don't lose it. And then the valve, you're going to pull down on, attach to the rifle, let go, and you're all set. You're gonna wanna make sure that that bleed valve on the back of your pump is nice and tight so that it doesn't let any air loose. And then you just start pumping up. You're gonna make a nice long stroke. You're not gonna make a bunch of short strokes. You want long, slow strokes And then don't pump past 3,000 PSI. That's a really, really important thing, is to not pump past that mark. And the gauge is right here on the other side of the tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pumping this up. All right, so now that I've shown you how to assemble your air pump, your hand air pump, and attach the fitting to the rifle to pump up your air rifle, you should make sure to check out Umarex on the web and on their social media. Buy your own air rifle from Umarex, and we'll see you next time. Maybe you'll see some squirrels or rabbits on social media from me with this guy. I really like this air rifle. It's a fun little gun to shoot. See you next time.